history can be painful. The Smith Wesson Model 10 from 1960. Hey guys, it's Wheel Gun Wednesday, and I have some really cool guns to show you. Things that are kind of old, actually older than I am, and some things that are kind of new. So I'm going to take a look at each one of them and talk about them. With me today, I brought the Ruger GP100, which is chambered in .357, but today we're going to use .38 Special out of it. I'll talk a little bit about that. I also have a very classic Model 10 Smith & Wesson, chambered in .38 Special as well. And I happen to be the wonderful recipient of this gun. After my uncle died, I inherited it, and it's really cool. We're going to talk a little bit about that one. And lastly, the modern day Snubby, as it were, the Ruger LCR, also chambered in .38 Special. So we're going to take a little look at each one of these with the same ammunition, see how they're different from one another, and see what happens. I want to talk about a little misconception about the .38 Special cartridge. So many times I will have ladies come to class with the Snubby, and the reason they have that gun is because it's cute and it's small and it fits in my purse. But without a realization that this is a really powerful cartridge. It packs a lot of boom. And so when we're talking about good shooting and comfort in a gun, the felt recoil is a big deal. How well can you control the gun? And that's going to be different for everybody. Certainly these guns with some practice are capable of being shot incredibly well, but for new shooters, and especially women and some older ones who tend to have these that don't have a lot of strength, they're surprised when they finally actually shoot it. So this particular cartridge, like I said, with the big giant boom, is going to be handled much better and have far less felt recoil with a much longer barrel, because there's more to hold that explosion, thus creating less felt recoil out of that. So when we see the cute and it's small and it fits in my purse, the barrel length's completely different. Of course, the bigger gun is going to be easier to shoot because of managing the recoil. But that's okay. So we're going to shoot .38 Special from each one of these, but I do want to take a special look at the old version, classic 1960 Smith & Wesson, like I said, Model 10 that I did inherit, and it's pretty cool. The same gun that Joe Friday used in Dragnet. Well, not this one. All right, so when I got this gun, it was pretty beat up and it was kind of dirty, so my husband did a beautiful job of cleaning it all up, and he actually tested it first for me. Yay, just to make sure that it was safe, and it clearly was. So what we show is that firearms can really stand the test of time if they're maintained well, and it sure did. So let's take a look at some things here. This particular one has 6 chambers in it, unlike our modern LCR here, which only has 5. Something else that's a little different would be this beautiful wood grained, well, solid wood grip, and it's a little thinner. And although beautiful, it can sting. It does sting. So the little modern design has taken that out and has made it a little more comfortable to shoot. The other piece is that this one certainly has an external hammer spur, and a lot of those have, although still present, have gone by the wayside with the newer versions, mostly because of concealed carry. It's, you know, nothing to get hung up on your draw. So let's take one. Otherwise, it just has, you know, your regular sights. We did paint it red so that we could see it, and our traditional, you know, rear sight, which of course is fixed. I always call it the well, so you can't replace that or move that. But clearly a wonderful little gun, and we're going to shoot it a little bit so you can see how it performs. All right, 3 shots, the Ruger GP100. Let's do it. Double action. Ready, the LCR, which is one of the most popular handguns sold for women. Headshots. I would say that this too stings my hand. A little bit harder to control from that small, short barrel. So bigger boom. One more. Alrighty, back to the Smith Wesson 1960 Model 10. Actually, it is really fun to shoot. Alrighty. Heads. Whoa, faster than I thought. And there it is. Now it does sting a little bit, but I will say this. The trigger on it is far smoother than the LCR. It's not quite as heavy of a trigger press. And it's pretty smooth, but it does sting a little bit. And I was far more accurate with that than I was with the LCR as well. All right, so let's take a look at the target. This actually is the very first time that I've ever shot this gun. And actually, I really liked it. In the opening, I shot my grouping all right here. And I will have to say, when I shot the Rugers, and that little LCR is just hard for me to control. It's small, and I have big hands, and it has such a big boom. I actually printed well off the target on that one, but not with this particular one. So I would say this to you. Don't count out old guns. If you happen to find one and you're like, oh, it's too old, it's not going to be good, you might just find a gem just like this one. Clean it up a little bit, give it a few shots through it, and you're probably going to enjoy it. I'm Kelly from Armed and Feminine. If you'd like to see some more of our videos, you can click here or click here and hit the subscribe button right here. Leave us a comment if you like, and remember, it's your life, protect it.